freshman at Fordham University, a former NYC High School Catholic League star, all-city member. Noah, how you doing, boss?
I'm great. Can't complain.
How's everything been so far in college, the first few months here?
Challenging, you know. Little, I would say, like, the talent-wise, I wouldn't say I'm behind, but like IQ-wise, I never feel like I've been like behind like that. So just like trying to learn on the fly is just really different.
That's real. Definitely a pretty good gap between high school and collegiate basketball. I want to start off with where you from? Where was you born and raised?
Bronx, New York, home and raised, hometown, college hometown.
Got you. What part of the Bronx you from, to be specific?
Wakefield, last stop on the 2 train.
Okay. So that's like northeast Bronx.
Northeast Bronx.
What was it like growing up in the Bronx for you?
It was fun. I was a kid, but growing up, when you hit like 13 and stuff, made the decision to play basketball full time. But it was fun growing up.
Got you. You know, one thing I know about you, by knowing you through the years, is you come from a real, very well-oiled household. You come from a structured family. You got loving parents who make a solid living. And we know that's not really the norm in our culture. How do you think that's benefited you growing up?
Definitely benefited like my overall character. I say like viewing like my other friends, they don't have the same environment I have, like both my parents and stuff. So both of like my parents being in my life definitely made me who I am, smarter, decision making, stronger young man. So I feel like I stand out from a lot of like basketball players in New York. I just feel like I have a good head on my shoulders.
Got you. You might have to raise your voice just
raise it.
Yeah. You know, earlier you alluded to going to playing basketball full time. I believe soccer was your first sport, right?
Yeah.
When did you start playing soccer?
Soccer at like 7 years old.
7 years old.
Quit when I was in 8th grade.
Why didn't you continue with it as you got older?
Because the coaches, I don't like being told what to do from them. Like, if I played basketball, like they would stalk me, like, why are you still playing basketball? You need to play soccer full time. I just quit playing basketball.
So that eventually started to rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
You decided I want to play basketball full time.
Yeah.
Now in soccer, it's different. You don't gotta go to college or be a few years removed from high school to turn into a pro. Do you think if you would have stayed playing soccer, you'd be a pro?
For sure. I was already playing overseas at like 11, playing in Portugal against Spain, everybody. So it wasn't. I had a lot of confidence in soccer. I was nice, but again, I fell in love with basketball more. I felt like I didn't love soccer as much as basketball, so I chose the sport I loved.
That's official. When did you pick up basketball and why? Birth. And why was that?
I was surrounded by it. My dad was surrounded by it. Everybody in the neighborhood came to my crib because I was the only one on the block with a hoop. So I just drew me to the sport. I loved it, the competitive nature, going at each other. So that drive just made me love it more.
I got you, man. That's real, man. A lot of people love basketball for those same reasons. Did you play AAU ball in your elementary years or your middle school years the same way you played highly competitive soccer?
I was on House of Sports. First started playing AAU in 4th grade. House of Sports, House Elite, Ardsley. Suburban, local place. We weren't that good, but we got it done. And as you know, we stayed together for a long time. Me, Big Nick, everybody. So eventually that turned into a high-level program. We started meeting everybody in New York, but
that's what's up. So you started playing with House of Sports, 4th grade.
Yep. That turned into SK Elite, Sean Kilpatrick Elite, coached by Jay Lee. And then I went away from that. Gauchos a little bit, 8th grade. And then I went to D1 NYC with you.
Okay. What were some of your best experiences from that period? You started playing 4th grade So around to about, if you were to say some of your best experience between 4th and 8th grade before you moved on to high school, what would you say were some of your best experiences playing?
4th grade I was behind. I was playing somebody there.
You good? So you just go back to saying what you feel like was some of your best experiences. I think you said you 4th grade.
Yeah. 4th grade I was behind. 3rd through 1st grade I was playing at my elementary school, just killing a whole bunch of Bronxville kids. And 4th grade brought me to light. Like, there's other good people around that play basketball, and I was trash. But I talked to my dad, he said you're gonna be better than everybody, and I felt like when I grew into my body, like 7th, 8th grade year, that was my breakout year. Like, people respected me. I used to get laughed at House of Sports when we played. I used to cry when we played Gauchos in Riverside. I hated it. It was terrible. So I feel like 8th grade, 7th grade, those experiences, getting dogged by those high-low AAU teams, made me like a better player. So 7th, 8th grade was really fun in AAU.
I got you. So now, along with you getting better throughout the process, throughout 7th, 8th grade, I know you weren't necessarily what's considered a highly touted middle schooler. Nowadays, every kid is ranked from 4th, 5th grade, and they become obsessed with it, etc., etc. For some people, it bothers them. For some, it doesn't. In all honesty, did it ever bother you when you were that young and you see other guys' names and lights and not see yours?
Not through middle school or 8th grade. When I got good and I knew I was, like, I had the confidence, like, I'm better than that kid, it bothered me, like, when I was in high school. But later, I just knew, like, I'm getting recruited for who I am. That's why I'm getting these schools. I didn't worry about other kids because I know how it's going to be. When I impact the game, it's a little different than others. So that didn't really affect me in no way. But when I hit high school, it affected me. Middle school, I didn't really care about that. I didn't really know I was going to be this good. I just wanted to make it to a high school varsity team. That's it.
I follow. That's official.